Can you hear me now? Oh, it's got an echo. Hold on. Can you hear me now? Hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me now? There you are. All right. Thank you, Lynn. All that talking I did, and you couldn't hear me. All right. All right. Okay, so back to what I was saying. So we're gonna draw this cute little owl. This is from got the photo from Henk Dodger from Unsplash, and I'm just gonna walk us through drawing him step by step. This month, in both of my groups, we are doing birds. So I thought it would be fitting to do a bird drawing today. Okay, you see my head just bobbing. Bobblehead. Anyway, so I just picked out this cute little guy right here and I just traced around the photo and we're just going to take him and draw him off. So, y'all ready for this? You can draw along with me or you can watch it on replay, which is best, and then draw it. That way you can stop and start. Um, let's see. I like to see, especially if I've got the same size, I like to check the distance from side to side. That way, I don't get carried away. Sometimes I go way big and I tend to get outside the line, the borders, and all that kind of stuff. So if I'm checking my distance from things, then I know I'm going to stay in the line are in that same space. So you can see from here, I can come down and make me a little guide. Just put it right there. And then maybe come over, put me a little spot there for the tip of the ear. You don't have to do this, but it keeps me on track of where I'm going and where I'm not. And I know you can't probably see this. Let me take me off the screen and see if we can just see this. All right. May can lift this up a little higher. Let's see whether I can draw it that high. It's going to be another story. Okay. So we can come across here. You can just see that there is a line. It's kind of slanted downwards, but it doesn't have to be 100% to a T. Okay. Don't get caught up on that. I remember you teaching us how to use a grid and PJs for small sketches like this with just drawing a line in the center vertical. Yes, it's I think I did that live here too, Lynn, at one point. Maybe not to a T, not complete, but I showed everybody. All right, so I've got the main part of the head right there. And then you don't have to be so accurate with the ear just yet. You can just bring down a line this way, but it does come straight out and then it goes down at an angle right here. It goes out and a slight dip at an angle. And then over here, you can see it is a little more curved right there. And then we've got a little dip that goes inward and back out. And then it's a little furry coming in. You don't have to be exact with that. This one comes in like this. If you want to just draw your straight line, that's fine. And then you can come in and do that furriness with your paintbrush or whatever you want to do it with. All right. Hey, Rosie, still working on her church. I can't wait to see it when you get it done. All right, so from here, I'm just going to come in with this little piece right in here. It's just going to come right down, right smack dab in the center. I may be over too far. Let's bring it this way. I don't like not being able to erase. That's what erasers are for. So don't be afraid to not get it right. Even I don't get it right every time either. So it's just going to make some kind of shape like this coming down in the front. And then from there, I think it's going to come down a little further. It's going to dip down a little bit further than that. And then we have our beak, which is going to come, there's a little line, if you notice a little line right there. I come out, a little dark area around it, and then it's going to come, it makes us kind of a curved shape. And then you've got this area where that darkness is. It's going to swoop down, make like a little triangle right there. This one comes in. Something like that. Doesn't have to be exact, remember. And then you got some darkness right in here. As long as you get the basic shape, that's all you really need. So we do have some, I see some separation right in here. Just going to kind of lightly put that in there. All right, so now if you notice, come over from that line to about right here and right there. That's where I'm going to begin my eye at, because that's about the distance. And the eye touches this furriness that comes down this way. So the eye is really just going to come out from there and here. And then it's going to come down and make like a half circle shape. Same thing over here. Going to come out from there. And then the pupil is just a little circle right in there. More to the top than it is to the bottom and in the middle. This one you see more of the top around. So when you get ready to paint or whatever, you want to add some of this color right above there. You got just a little bit here, but the hair is coming over it. At the end of the day, it's not going to matter. You can paint it however you want to. So we've got this darkness coming around the eye. There's a little bit going down that way. And then I've got this little piece coming down like here. Just a little bit more dark. And I also had this little line formation coming down that way. It's looking very angry. Check and see. Good morning, Jane. All right. So now let's come up for the rest of this is going to be pretty easy. You're just going to come out from the near the head here and come down, and it's going to end up right in the corner. And then this one's going to come midways, and it's not going to come all the way down. If you notice, the head kind of stops right here. This is another part of the body back in here. So it does kind of swoop in a little bit. Maybe not that much right there. And then kind of comes down this way. About right here. You're going to come down. It's going to stop right there. And you don't really see, and it looks awkward in the drawing, but that is how it is. And you can totally change this up. You can get rid of this part right there. You can just let's see this part of him and leave that part out if you want to when you get ready to paint or whatever you're going to do. So we've got this little section that comes down right here. See, everything is built off of one thing. You start with one thing and then you build off of everything else. And I don't care if I get these little feathers just right or anything like that. I'm just getting a basic outline. If I were to draw this, this would be, or get ready to paint this would be all I did. I would just get the main prominent things in here. And then I would come in, like right here, I see a little difference in this feather formations and stuff than this right here. It's going to stop right about in there. So I might put me a little mark here so that I know this is going to look a little bit different up here than that right there. And then same thing up through here. There is a little backside to his head right here. I see it stops at the very edge, and then it's much lighter back there. So I might bring that little mark right in, right there. And now I know where to stop and start other stuff. So that's as far as I would go if I were going to paint this owl. Um, I wouldn't go any further, but I'm just going to come in and put some of this dark feathery stuff in here just for the sake of it now. It doesn't look like a whole lot of anything, but whenever I'm painting, I don't want to put a lot of detail into it. I just want to get the outline, and then I can come in here and do the magic with the paint. So let's see, we could come in here and do some dark feathers. I'm just kind of mimicking shapes that I see right here. And then I'm going to be making some up too. I'm not going to try to get it to a T. I'm just going to make it up as I go. And normally I wouldn't do this at all, but I'm just doing it for the sake of, yes, it does look like another angry bird. I tend to make all my creatures angry, but he's got those stern eyes. I don't even know what I was saying now. Oh, I would normally just do this with paint. I tend to do a lot of angry. He does look like an angry bird. I always say it's my inner self coming out. I'm just an angry person. Sometimes I do have my moments. It's fun just to do stuff like this, just to play around with it. And that's what I try to tell you all the time. Just don't have any expectations. Just get your pencil out and just play. Just see what happens. You can do Angry Birds too. Oh, let me see. I can't see the comments up here. All right. So now can shadow some. There's a little light color, lighter dark. It's a lighter, darker color coming around through here. There's also some right in here. See that super light area right there? And then all that is super light. Anyway, that is basically how I wouldn't do it that much. Disney pays folks good money for angry villain characters and sketches. Maybe I should go apply. Give it a try. Got the angry part down pat. All right. So that is how I would draw it out. If I were just drawing to draw, just for the sake of drawing and to have fun and play around with things. And then if I were to do it to paint, I would just get the main outlines and that is it. All right. Maybe next week I'll come back and paint him. See if we can change up his angriness a little bit. You think? Oh, yeah, he needs some help for sure. Let's see. There is a little color above that one. And a little more, I think I've got too much dark right there, but that can all be fixed with paint. So, that's it for today's drawing. The angry owl. Maybe I should put that in my title. The angry owl drawing. And next week I'll come back and add some color to him and see if he doesn't change his persona a little bit. I mean, he already looks a little disturbed, doesn't he? He looks a little disturbed to me. He's watching you. That's what it is. Got them eyes open and watching. And I look like that. I look like that a lot. That's it. That's my face right there. I look like that. And all the pictures and paint parties that I see of myself that the girls take, that's what I look like. I've got that angry, that resting bee face, you know. That's me, 100%. It's daytime. He's supposed to be sleeping. He's mad somebody woke him up. That's exactly right. He's like, "What the crap are you doing?" Anyway, all right. Well, y'all have a fantastic day, and I will be back next week, and we'll throw some color on this little guy and see. I already see a few changes like I would make right there. I'd bring his head right up there instead of over so far. Um, just trial and error. Get your sketch paper out and your pencil. And yes, I do, Rhonda. I look like that all the time. And sketch you out some stuff. Just find photos and start sketching and promise you, it's very therapeutic and it's a lot of fun. And I think you would enjoy it. And don't have any expectations. Just play. Do you a little outline so that you can kind of judge the distance and that kind of stuff or not. Just jump in there and play with it and see what happens. If you do this one, I want you to bring it back and show me. I want to see it. I don't care if it's bad. I don't care if it's good. I'm excited that you're doing it along with us. So do it, bring it in here, post it down here. I want to see it. All right, Lynn, am I supposed to be saying anything else? I forgot. We do have this is a new month. So we have a new lesson for Paint Night Monthly. Paint Night Monthly is my group that has one painting a month, and it always comes on the first week of the month. So it is, of course, birds, and I can give you a sneak peek. I'm tweaking it a little bit. It did go out to the email list this morning, a sneak peek of it, but I'm changing it. This is, can you see that? That is what it went out to the email list, but I'm changing it up a little bit. I'm going to do it in a different orientation. I'm going to do it like this. So I am going to tweak it and I am changing up the background a little bit before we put the paint on there. So that is the Paint Night Monthly group. That is one lesson a month at $25 currently. And you just get to have a taste of what it's like to be in the big group, PJs and Paint. So that is super fun. Also, it's a heavily discounted price from an in-person paint party or a one-off. So anyway, if you're interested in doing that, just jump on in and take advantage of that. Can't remember. Lynn told me something else and I can't remember what it was. She's like telling me what I'm supposed to be. My little secretary. Uh, I don't know. Anyway, y'all have a fantastic day. I'll see you back here next Tuesday to paint this angry owl. All right. See you later. Oh, the Stay Wet palette. We put that in the email. The Stay Wet palette's on sale. This, if you're not familiar, that's getting washed out. This Stay Wet palette is on sale. If you are interested in keeping your paints wet and stuff and not drying out and wasting your your paints, this is a fantastic thing. I've shown you, but it doesn't, Facebook doesn't show everybody. Has a wet sponge in there. You keep it wet, and then it has a special paper you put on there, and you put your paints down, and it's airtight, and it keeps your paints fresh and ready to go at all times. It is currently on sale. Lynn put the link in there for you. They do have that's the smaller version. They have a larger version too. And if you're working on larger canvases, you're going to want to use the larger version. But I work right here at my desk. The dogs are going crazy because the wind's blowing. And so I like the smaller one better. I have one of each. Anyway, that's it. Y'all have a fantastic day and I'll see you next week. Bye.